Have you ever wondered why some men in their 70s or 80s remain energetic, joyful, and healthy, while others seem to grow tired, lose focus, and vitality? You might be surprised to learn that one of the key factors is maintaining a connection with your body, even through self-care practices like masturbation. But did you know that many older men unknowingly make mistakes when it comes to masturbation, and these errors silently impact their health? These mistakes not only leave you feeling disconnected, but also negatively affect your energy, mood, and overall health. Today, we will explore 7 common mistakes and why self-care is more important than ever, as well as how you can easily and effectively improve your health, starting with one small change each day. Mr. Min, a 72-year-old man, came to me looking tired, his eyes lacking vitality. He told me that for years, he had stopped thinking about intimacy. "I just don't have the energy for it anymore, doctor," he said. "Ever since my wife passed away, I just don't feel the need to connect with my body." I understood, as after losing his life partner, he felt like he'd lost a crucial part of his life. However, after a long conversation, I discovered that these thoughts had unknowingly drained his energy, joy, and even his health. Not caring for oneself, especially ceasing self-care practices like masturbation, is one of the most common mistakes I see in older men. They believe that once they pass their youth, there's no need to maintain sexual activity. But that's far from the truth. The human body needs movement and stimulation to remain healthy. When we stop connecting with our bodies, parts like muscles, joints, and even our psychological state begin to stagnate, aging much more rapidly. In fact, masturbation can bring many health benefits. Not only does it help relieve stress, but it also stimulates the production of testosterone, a crucial hormone that helps maintain muscle mass, bone strength, and mental clarity. This is especially important as aging starts to affect the body, causing a decline in physiological functions. However, I've noticed that many older men don't know about or feel ashamed to talk about this. They think that it's something inappropriate at their age, or that they simply don't feel the need anymore. But these beliefs create a negative cycle, weakening their health and psychology over time. Mr. Min, too, began to change after some time of working with me. He started to embrace small changes, opening up more to himself and his body. He began to engage in light self-care activities, taking just a few minutes each day. The results were surprising. He felt his energy return, his mind became clearer, and his confidence slowly came back. He said to me, "Doctor, I never thought that such a small change could make me feel so alive again, like I can do so much more." When we stop caring for our bodies and stop loving ourselves, we not only lose physical health, but also harm our mental state. More importantly, maintaining healthy habits, like masturbation, helps you not just keep your physical health, but also maintain a fresh spirit. A sense of joy, happiness, and confidence is not just for the young. It can last throughout your life if you know how to take care of yourself properly. Many of us have heard advice from friends, family, or even experts about staying mentally and physically active to maintain good health as we age. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, am I truly connecting with my body in the same way I care for other parts of my life? Especially as we age, one thing many of us forget is to maintain this connection. I want to share the story of Mr. Locke, an older patient I met during a checkup. Mr. Locke, a 68-year-old man, appeared strong and healthy on the outside. However, when he came for his appointment, I immediately noticed something. He wasn't truly connected with his body. He told me, "Doctor, I just don't feel alive anymore. I don't want to do anything. Everything feels like it's slipping away from me." I asked him, "Do you still take care of yourself? Could the feeling of unwellness stem from not paying attention to your body anymore?" He paused and then replied, "It's been a while since I thought about those things. I'm not the same as I was before, and I don't know what to do about it." That response saddened me, because Mr. Locke wasn't alone. I've met many older men who aren't unwell, but they have simply stopped connecting with their bodies. Some think it's unnecessary, while others feel it's extraneous when they've aged. But the truth is, when we stop connecting with our bodies, we not only deteriorate physically, but also mentally. Our bodies need gentle stimulation to maintain vitality and movement. The changes our bodies go through as we age are nothing to fear. On the contrary, they are a natural part of life that we all must face. However, by not caring for our bodies, we miss important signals. This affects not just our physical health, but also our mental and emotional well-being. When we stop engaging in self-care, we lose an important part of our lives. Our bodies need to be stimulated, cared for, and not just with medicine, but through simple yet meaningful actions. From physical activity to maintaining a connection with ourselves through masturbation or simple self-love gestures. Mr. Hoa used to be a strong man full of energy, but as he aged, he started feeling disconnected from his body, particularly with sensitive issues like masturbation. He stopped all such activities, thinking they were no longer important, and this cessation of connection triggered a negative reaction in his body. He felt low on energy, lacked confidence, and couldn't focus on things that mattered. But what he didn't realize was that when we stop caring for our bodies, especially through self-care like masturbation, we are cutting off a vital part of our aliveness. No one says masturbation should be an activity or essential to do every day, but the fact is, this act offers many health benefits. When our bodies are naturally stimulated, the brain releases hormones like endorphins and oxytocin. These hormones help us reduce stress, relax, and feel happier, especially testosterone, which not only helps enhance muscle strength and joint health but also maintains mental clarity, self-assurance, and emotional well-being. If we stop maintaining these habits, our bodies will lose their self-regulating capacity, leading to the decline of functions we may not even notice. Back to Mr. Hoa's story. After a long discussion and explaining the importance of reconnecting with the body through self-care, he began to change. He didn't rush to see immediate results, instead opting for patience and self-acceptance. After a few weeks of trying, he began to feel the shift. At first, he only dedicated a few minutes daily to relax and gently reconnect with his body. The results were astounding. Not only did he feel more mentally relaxed, but he also realized that his body was still able to respond to the demands he placed on it. His energy returned, and more importantly, he regained his confidence. The lesson I want to share from Mr. Blank Hoa's story is this: we cannot expect change to come quickly from a single action. Health isn't something that changes in an instant. It's a long process requiring patience and a proper understanding of our bodies. No one says you must follow a certain standard, but self-care habits like masturbation can positively impact not only your physical body but also your soul. There is one thing I often share with my patients. Your health is not just your body, but also your soul and mind. When we talk about elderly health, many people only focus on aspects like cardiovascular health, blood pressure, or joints. However, one critical factor that many overlook is sexual and mental health, especially in the later years. Maintaining a connection with your body through simple actions like masturbation can help us not only maintain physical health, but also keep our minds sharp and our energy alive. The story of Mr. Fook, a 70-year-old patient of mine, is a clear example of this. When he came to see me, he felt that life was becoming emptier, lacking vitality, and he had lost interest in activities he used to enjoy. One of the things he shared with me was that he had completely stopped connecting with his body for several years. He told me, after his wife passed away, he didn't feel the need to maintain his physical habits anymore. He felt he no longer had the energy to do such things, so he completely stopped taking care of himself. At first, I couldn't fully understand his feelings, but after listening to him, I realized that it was the disconnection from his body that had caused him to lose that sense of aliveness, confidence, and energy. He felt like a part of him had died, and this not only affected his physical health but also his mental state. The loneliness and emptiness grew, and he felt like he was drifting through life, unsure of where he was going. I explained to him that our bodies are not machines that automatically stop working as we age. While change is inevitable, we can still keep our bodies alive by caring for them gently and patiently. Masturbation isn't just a physical act, it's a way to reconnect with ourselves. When we do this, our bodies release hormones like testosterone, oxytocin, and endorphins, which help reduce stress, improve mood, and maintain health in our cardiovascular system, nervous system, and other organs. One important point I want to emphasize is that maintaining this connection is not about holding on to youth. It's about honoring and accepting the body we have right now. It is this shift in thinking and action that helped Mr. Prosecute. Fook realized that just because we age doesn't mean we have to give up on the important things in life. He began to change gradually, starting by dedicating a little time each day to reconnect with his body, not with pressure, not expecting instant results, but simply allowing his body to experience joy and comfort once again. And the results were surprising. After a few weeks, he no longer felt tired. His mind became clearer. More importantly, he started to feel refreshed and regain the confidence he had lost for a long time. Perhaps you've wondered why, at certain times, we feel like we no longer control our lives. Like a part of our vitality is slipping away, slowly taking with it our confidence, health, and joy for life. Surely, there are moments when you feel that you're no longer as valuable as before, that you no longer have the ability to change, or that you can't continue the habits and activities you used to enjoy, especially in sensitive private matters like masturbation. And this is not uncommon, especially as you reach older ages. But have you ever asked yourself if we might be overlooking an important part of maintaining our health and spirit just because of shame or stigma? I want to share with you the story of a friend of mine, an old patient I still remember vividly. Mr. Try, a 75-year-old man, came to see me one autumn morning. His eyes appeared tired. The signs of aging were clearly visible on his face. But what impressed me the most was his silence and lack of self-belief. He said to me, "Doctor, I don't know if I deserve to live this life anymore. I've stopped everything. Stopped even my private matters." At that moment, I understood that he wasn't just talking about his physical condition. He was speaking about the feeling of losing connection with his own body, the feeling of being forgotten and unable to find joy in life as he once did. This is a big mistake many older people make. They think that once their bodies aren't like before, they no longer deserve to take care of, love, or respect themselves. But I want to tell you that this is a misconception. Your body, no matter your age, still deserves to be loved and cared for. The physical changes as we age are inevitable, but that doesn't mean you should neglect self-care. Especially when it comes to issues related to sexual health, like masturbation, don't think you've outgrown it. Keeping up with self-care practices can bring many benefits not only for your physical health, but also for maintaining mental clarity, confidence, and happiness. When I explained to Mr. Try the importance of maintaining these habits, I saw a slight change in his eyes. He started to feel hope again. I shared with him the wonderful benefits that self-care could offer. Masturbation is not just a physiological act. It helps the body release hormones like endorphins, oxytocin, and testosterone. These hormones help reduce stress, improve mood, and keep your heart healthy, your nervous system functioning, and even improve the quality of sleep. Most importantly, they help us maintain our confidence and the feeling that we still have value, that we can still enjoy life's precious moments. Mr. Try began to apply my advice patiently, not rushing for immediate results. After a short period, he felt a noticeable difference in his body and mind. He no longer felt tired or low on energy. He began to feel more alive, his confidence returned, and most importantly, He realized that he wasn't just living, he was truly living in every moment of his life. In this journey, I want you to remember one very important thing. No matter where you are in life, no matter how many years have passed, each day is an opportunity to change, to reconnect with yourself, and to revive your joy for living. You're never too old to love yourself. Feelings of exhaustion, lack of energy, or negative thoughts are entirely natural as we age, but they are not the end. They are merely a chapter in your life's book, and you can absolutely rewrite your story. It is the small changes, the gentle yet determined steps, that will help you restore your health, confidence, and happiness that you truly deserve. Let me say it again. You don't have to live a life limited by your age. Each of us has our own stories, our own precious moments, and only when we truly reconnect with our body and soul can we fully realize their value. Life is not a series of days passing by tiredly, but a journey full of promise and potential, as long as we know how to care for and nourish ourselves. You deserve a vibrant, happy, and healthy old age, and no one but you can change that. As the stories I've shared today show, anyone can create a turning point in their life, no matter how many years have passed. Take a moment, reflect on yourself, and give yourself the opportunity to live the life you truly deserve. Change is not a race, but a gentle process, and with certainty, the small decisions you make today will help you enjoy better health, a steadier mind tomorrow. So, I want you to remember that you are not alone in this journey. We can always change, no matter where we start and no matter what age we are. We can take control of our lives again, as long as we know how to open our hearts, take care of ourselves, and embrace change. You deserve a meaningful and fulfilling life, and I will always be here to walk with you every step of the way. Believe in yourself. Never give up, because you can always do it. Thank you for taking the time to listen and share your story with me. If you found today's shares helpful, if you realize there's still so much you can change and improve in your life, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Let's share stories, lessons about health, confidence, and how to live healthier in every stage of life. Together, we will not only live long but live healthy, happy, and fully. If you find these insights useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue receiving meaningful videos, inspiring stories that help you live a healthy, confident life. We will always be here to share, accompany, and support you as you walk on your health, spirit, and happiness journey. Share this video with your loved ones so we can create a strong, vibrant community full of energy. Thank you for being with me. Remember, each day is a new opportunity to start over. And if you feel anything is missing, don't hesitate to share your thoughts with me in the comments. I am always ready to listen and support you. Start changing today because you deserve a complete and happy life.